Hello, this is my first time going live, so this should be interesting. I'm not even quite sure what this is doing, but I was trying to record some video on my computer and I was having some trouble. So this is what I'm going to try and do. I'm going to record a little video here and upload it to YouTube. If that's how this works, great. Otherwise, I hope this is just entertaining. So I'm going to talk a little bit about figure skating posture and ways that we can correct it. So commonly we see this sway back posture in figure skaters, dancers, and gymnasts. And as a physical therapist and a CSCS that works specifically with figure skaters, I think this is something really important to discuss. So I'm just going to show you what I'm talking about here. So this sway back posture is basically hyperextended knees, hips pressed forward, and like a curvature in the low back. Okay, so it's like a hyperlordosis. So what that does is it shortens, you can imagine, shortens the lumbar extensors, it shortens the hip flexors, right? Because my angle of inclination here in the pelvis is much greater in this posture, right? So I'm in an anterior tilt. So it's going to shorten hip flexors. But what it also does is it turns off abdominals and glutes. So it makes it difficult for skaters to really tap into their core. Because a lot of times when they're training in core stave and stuff like that, or even on the ice, they're in this posture, this sway back posture. So we can't just tell them to start doing more core work. We have to get into the neuromuscular system and start retraining these movement patterns. So I'm going to show you how I would start with these athletes. So I'm going to have them start in a non-weight bearing position, basically to take their back onto the floor is going to remove, any requests for stabilization to the back. So here at rest, I'm going to have the skater or athlete place their feet flat on the floor. They're going to be in line with the hips. Arms are along by their sides, and their head is at rest. So I may lift my head here and there just so you can hear me. So hands are going to be in a diamond shape, and then the thumbs of that diamond shape will land on the belly button, and then the fingertips fall just below. So if you imagine this area as a clock, your thumbs, which are on the belly button, will be your 12 o'clock, and then your fingertips here are your 6, okay? So then 3 and 9 would just land accordingly. So 12 o'clock is my belly button. I'm gonna ask my athlete just to rock from 12 to 6, okay? So this is how I initiate pelvic clock. And so what's happening is once I imprint my 12 o'clock, I'm in a posterior tilt. So my back is totally flat on the mat, okay? And then when I imprint the 6 o'clock, I'm in a hyperlordotic curve in the back, so my back is lifted. So I'm gonna have the skater go through that several times. It's important to cue them, but don't over cue, because they need to really tap into that neuromuscular system and gain some awareness of this area through motor control, and that can be really disrupted by external cues. So now I'm going to say, okay, I want you to find a place between, like a midpoint between 12 and 6. Okay, so 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Find that midpoint, and that is your neutral spine. So from here, I'm going to have the skater take a breath in, exhale all of the air out of their lungs, and let their belly fall. And then in this position of the spine, neutral spine, I'm going to have them deepen their core by pulling belly button into the spine. And it's in and up, so it's like a scoop, but my back doesn't move. So I'm giving these cues, and then I'm just going to shush and not say a word and allow the skater to really focus mind-body attention to this area, because again, this posture is not necessarily something that we just need to say, hey, we need to correct this, stand a certain way. It's really retraining their body to move in a different way. And that requires neuromuscular control. It requires that mind-body connection. So I hope this was really helpful. Feel free to find me on Instagram, which is it's Revolution Performance DPT, or my website is www.revolutionperformancellc.com. And thanks for watching.